Sit, and I will tell you a story. Be still, and I will tell you why one Easter hitchhiker may be far more than she seems. The roads of South Africa's Karoo are long, lonely, and unforgiving, stretching for kilometers across a barren landscape where the wind whispers and the stars blaze brighter than anywhere else. Around the Easter weekend every year, a restless spirit walks the road near a small town called Uniondale. A young hitchhiker taken too soon, who still seeks a ride home to her worried parents, and a kind soul willing to stop and pick her up. The story begins in April of 1968. A young woman named Marie Charlotte Roux was traveling with her fiancé to spend Easter weekend with her family. The couple set off along the N9 highway near Uniondale. It was late, the road was quiet, but somewhere in the darkness, fate struck. The car veered off the road and overturned. Her fiancé survived, but Marie was killed instantly. She was just 22 years old. Only a year later is when the sightings began. In the years that followed, motorists driving that same stretch of road reported a strange and chilling experience. On dark, misty nights, a lone young woman would appear on the roadside, dressed simply, with long, dark hair. She raised her arm, thumb outstretched, asking for a lift. Some drivers, feeling pity, stopped. They said she climbed quietly into the car, usually taking the back seat. Sometimes she gave her name. Sometimes she simply sat in silence. And then, without warning, she vanished. Others never saw her, but felt the weight of a passenger in the car, the door creaking shut, the smell of perfume, a cold shiver down the spine, and when they turned to look, the seat was empty. The most terrifying reports came from those who, while driving, felt the car shudder, as though someone had slammed the door or shifted in their seat, only to realize they were completely alone. The Uniondale Hitchhiker has become one of South Africa's most famous ghost stories. Truck drivers, policemen, even soldiers claim to have seen her. One account tells of a young soldier driving through Uniondale at night. He stopped for the mysterious woman and offered her a lift. After introducing herself and telling him the address of the house she needed to reach, she sat silently in the back. The silence became oppressive, and he decided to engage his shy passenger in a conversation. But when he turned to speak to her, she was gone. Another motorist who had briefly stopped on the side of the road, trying to work out his position on a map, recalled how his car door opened and slammed shut, as though someone had climbed in. He heard the rustle of clothing, felt the seat shift, but when he looked, nothing. Moments later, his engine stalled, and he was stranded on the dark Karoo road, too shaken to leave his vehicle and go and look for help until the sun began to rise the next morning. Skeptics dismiss the stories as folklore, the product of tired drivers, long roads, and suggestible minds. They argue it's no ghost at all, but the result of a tired brain playing tricks on the featureless roads in the lonely silence of the Karoo. But believers point to the consistency of the sightings, the countless testimonies from people who had never met each other, yet described the same young woman. The Uniondale Hitchhiker is more than a ghost story. She is a symbol of loss, of love cut short, of a journey unfinished, and perhaps a reminder of how fragile life can be on the open road. So if you ever find yourself driving the lonely N9 near Uniondale and you see a young woman by the roadside, will you stop to give her a lift? Or will you drive on and hope the seat beside you stays empty?